Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. And my question to you is, what is the real flex? What is the real flex? I think, I argue, I submit to you, the real flex in turning all those hassles into a heritage. Turning all of those hassles into a heritage. And how do we do this? I think there are 4 ways we do this. And I'm curious to know what you think. I'm curious to learn from you as well. But I submit there are 4 ways we can turn all of our multiple sources of income. We have worked so hard to get to where we are, and we have multiple sources of income. We are no longer struggling. And then, so how do we turn that into a legacy? How is that? How do we make it a multi-generational affair, culture, legacy, system? Okay, so welcome to Livable Legacies. My name is Dr. Ramzoid. Let's get started.
Welcome to Livable Legacies.
Is turning that side hustle, multiple incomes of streams of income, into a legacy, right? And my question to you is it that we just want to have multiple or more streams of income, okay? Or is it that we want to go beyond the multiple streams of income and turn it over into a lifetime, make it go beyond our lifetime, your children's lifetime, my kids' lifetime, and then their kids as well, right? And so there are several things that I think we in this generation have to put in place and have to be very, very intentional and conscientious about. Is that we are excelling at side hustles, we are excelling at our 9-to-5s, we are excelling at the multiple things that we are doing: real estate, we are doing Airbnbs, we are doing online marketing, digital marketing, we are doing all these affiliate things, we are doing all of these things that we are doing on the side to generate multiple income streams. But how are we translating that into a system? I think that is the juice of it. Turning that into a system, and I will release my life operating system sometime late this fall, and I'll let you know when it comes out. But turning it into a process, a system, into a structural, systemic build, I think goes beyond our lifetime and outlives us. And that is the juice of it, is that we download what we have learned, what we have known, to the next generation, and then they in turn turn that into multiply that and turn it to the next generation as well. I think that is where the juice of it is, so that it's not just income coming in, just doing hustles for doing hustles, not just surviving for now, not just so we can just go on those trips, buy the bags, be seen here and there. No, for me, I think it's the juice of it is turning it into a system, and I've been working closely with some people to see and build this. And I'll release that sometime later this fall. So that's 1. 2, what is the hidden cost? And that is what we often don't see, is the hidden cost of being the first daughter, the first to achieve something, the first, which is often the case for nearly all of you who are resonating with this message. That is probably the cost, being the first wealthy daughter, the first one to break even, the first one to have good health, the first one to break barriers, the first one to break that glass ceiling one way or the other, the first one to go beyond. What is that cost? Okay, and I think all of these side hustles that we have handling, and there are 9-to-5s, all of that I think is particularly in the social media, is glamorized. Oh, it's this easy. Oh, you just do this. Turn on the camera, do this. Like me, what I'm doing here. Turn on the camera, record what you're doing. Oh, it's easy, and people just no. What we don't see is the emotional toll it takes on you, the cultural, mental shift it takes for you to be able to make it happen. How much you have to be brave, okay, and courageous, and go beyond yourself. And for most of you, you probably have hit a certain rock bottom, like you have nothing more to lose, and that rock bottom is now your springboard, right? And no one, that is not so much highlighted, and it is glamorized kind of on social media, but it does take a toll on us emotionally, culturally, financially. I mean, it does take a toll on us, and I think that weight of being the one who made it is not often talked about. But turning that, so the and I would say the economic independence is good, but and especially for you, you've broken the ceiling. We have broken the ceiling. We have made it. We are no longer like where our parents were, right? We are a step above where our parents were. But now, and that is freedom to some degree. But how do you move beyond that freedom and move it to your children, and not just be about survival, okay? Survival for the kids, survival for now or for tomorrow, or to be seen somewhere, okay? So I think that hidden cost of being the first one to make it, I think, is often not, often not talked about, or is just glossed over or glamorized. But the real cost of it is being able to go beyond that and turn that into freedom, and build a system that turns that into freedom for our children and their children. I think is very, very, very impactful, and I think that is the juice of it. Otherwise, time goes by like this so fast, and before we know it. So that's the second part. The third thing that I think is critical for us to review is that when a soft life that we are building, or that we have built, for most of us, for most of you, for most of us, that soft life, we already built it, but how do we turn it into smart legacy, right? How do we merge the two, that it is not just about the trips, or I think the question I want to raise to you is, what if the flex, or the ultimate flex, is not just like, oh, we ate at this restaurant, oh, we went on this trip, oh, we did this very amazing excursion, or that kind of thing? What if that is not the flex, but the flex is, for 2 generations, your children do not have to hustle as much, or maybe they have to hustle different, or they have to move different in the world and have a different place at the table? What if that is the real flex? What if quietly you're not doing all of those things, all the trips, the food, the restaurants, oh, we know this person, we know the other person? What if that is not the real flex, but the real flex is actually your children have to move different in the world, they have access to different seats at different tables? What if the real flex actually is the values that you live, the healing, particularly for us who are the first, the level of healing you've had to undergo to be able to give your children a certain degree of freedom from certain traumas? What if that is the flex? What if that is in itself just the soft life itself? And I think I submit, while this soft life movement is alive and going, I submit to you that enjoyment is good, but I think the juice of it is at the point where it is not just about for now, but that is sustainable through the following generation and the following generation, whether it's healing a generational trauma, whether it's finding purpose, whether it's giving, whether it's values, whether it's the cultural aspects of our lives that we value, passing that down from one generation to the next. I think that is the juice of it. Okay, so maybe that is a soft life. You tell me what you think. So that is 3. And then the 4th one is because of all of the hassles that we have on the side, on the mainstream, on the side, mainstream, whatever it is that we have, the side hustles, those hustles are just tools. They're just a way for us to accomplish a means to an end. It's just a tool from getting from point A to point B, but they're not the legacy, and they don't become the legacy. It's not the finish line, right? It's not the finish line. It's not the end be it all, right? They are just different streams of building economic capacity or economic muscle. They only become a legacy when you build a system around it, right? This is how this operates. This is how as a family we move. We don't make this move until XYZ happens. These are our values. This is who we talk to when we need ABCD. This is who we don't talk to when ABCD happens. And building that core legacy around your family currently, and then have that be passed on from one generation to the next. I think that is the juice of it. This is how we manage this business. This is how we manage our real estate. This is how we manage our social media engagements. This is how we manage our speaker program. This is how we manage land and all of the land leases that we have. This is how we eat. Again, cultural values. This is what we eat and do not eat. This is how we heal ourselves. We find these kinds of foods, soothing and healing, and this is the recipe that my grandmother used, that we use for this and this and the other, and passing down that knowledge. I think that is the juice of it, and that is where it is at. And the capacity, let me say again, the capacity for us to involve our children in this hustle, not for them to just sit on the side and be telling their friends, oh, we went to this trip, oh, we did this. No. And I do see that in my children as well, and that is something I am building in my children as well, is that it's not just the brag rights of, oh, we went on this trip, or we ate this, oh, we visited this and this place. That is all well and good. What are the values that they're learning out of it? It is not just going for the sake of going, or so that it can be seen, or takes nice videos and nice pictures for the social media. That is well and nice, but if you're not learning anything from it, if you are not turning it into a system, it is just for the socials, which we all know. While you're learning from each other, if you are not inculcating those values, it is just hearsay, right? If you don't turn it into a system that can survive our lifetimes, again. Okay, so let's turn those side hustles, let's turn those entrepreneurial ventures, those companies, these companies that you're building, the LLCs, the S corps, all of that, the withholding LLCs, the trust funds that we are building. Let's turn that into a legacy and bring the kids along in this journey of building this legacy, so they understand the value of what it is that we are trying to accomplish, and they can carry the mantle from us to go forward, right? And I'm a big champion of doing it forward, paying it forward, thinking forward and forgiving myself for the things I didn't know when I didn't know, and pushing forward and learning from the past and moving beyond that. I'm a big champion of that. So stay limitless, be blessed as always, be limitless, expand, be fruitful, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss out on the latest content. I'll catch you in the next one.